Hello everyone, welcome to my video, and this time in this video I will explain what is narration and the general structure of narration is, and what is the grammatical words that we have to use in narrative text. Narrative text. And basically the narrative text is imaginative story. It is like imagine that the story is past. It can be 20 years ago and 17th centuries maybe, and then the example of the story I think in Indonesia is Roro Jonggrang, and it's like a legend and myth in the society. So let's explain that. Let's go. Narrative text is a type of text that tells a series of events that are usually chronologically interconnected. Usually the story is imaginative or just a story written by the creator with the aim to entertain the reader. A kind of narrative text. The fairy stories are fantasy or miracle. Fables tells about animals that can talk like human. Legends, myth, romance, mysteries, science fiction, horror stories, adventure stories, historical narrative, slice of life. General structure of narrative text is orientation, the second complication, the third resolution, and the last is reorientation. Orientation in this section is a part of the introduction, namely the introduction of stories about what is the story about, who is the participant of the story, where the story happened, and when the story happened. For the complication, this section is the part that raises problems or conflicts that occur in a narrative English text story. This complication section is also the most core part of a narrative text story. The complication, it can be the physical, natural, social, and the psychological of the main character and the other character. Resolution. This section is a solution or resolution of a conflict or problem in the story. Every problem that appears in the narrative text must have a solution. The settlement can be a happy ending, fun, or sad ending, tragic or sad. Reorientation. This section is a statement to close a story, and this form is only optional. The statements made in this reorientation section can be moral lesson, advice, or valuable lessons from the story writers. Language features in narrative text are as follows. 1. The sentence pattern used is usually a simple past tense. 2nd, the beginning of a sentence usually begins with adverbs of time such as long time ago, once, one, once upon a time. And 3, many use time conjunctions. Sometimes there is a direct dialogue between the characters in the story. Yeah, that's the explanation about narrative text. And for your information, I just want to say the difference between narrative text and recount. The recount is it's same with narrative text. It is same in the place of the time. It's I mean the time. The time is past. We also use a past tense, but the difference between narrative text and recount is the narrative is a imaginative story, and the recount is what you have. It's like the events that you have do in past. Example and for recount text is you went to Bali, and for narrative text is story about myth, legend, or yeah, it's some kind of imaginative story. It's like a fable. The animal can talk, the plant can talk, and every thing, example for guitar and bottle can talk. Yeah, just like that. So I hope you understand, and you can write narrative text easily. And yeah, that's for me. Thank you for watching. Bye.